Hello everyone, welcome back to Vlogtober. Today is a cook with me video. I'm going to show you how I do my enchiladas and how I make the most of this kit. I usually make rice on the side as well, and I also love adding beans or mushrooms to the chicken mix, but I was out of it. I didn't have any in my pantry, so it's a little bit different today. I use a frying pan to cook the chicken and then a pot for the rice, and I'm just gonna let you guys see what I do. So for the rice, start with a bit of olive oil, and then what I do is I add some garlic. I love using this frozen garlic that comes in cubes. I've shared it with you before. Here I am picking it up, and I just quickly cook it. I'm going to use basmati rice. It's the rice that I usually buy, and I use it for everything really. So I'm just waiting for the garlic to sort of saute. In the meantime, I'm going to follow the pack instructions and add water and then add the salsa. Now the pack actually says to keep some of the salsa, but I just like adding it all to the water. I think it makes it a lot creamier. I prefer it a bit saucier than on the drier side, if that makes sense. And then I add the seasoning mix, as it says, but I do not add the whole packet. I find that with the whole packet, it gets too spicy for Alex, and even for me. I don't like things very hot. So I added about half a packet, and believe me, it still had a good kick. And then I just stirred it all together, and it's ready to be used when the time comes. Okay, so the garlic is ready, and what I do next is add the rice. I add about a cup of rice to this, and then you will need 2.5 cups of water per cup of rice, if that makes sense. I also like adding loads of passata. It's a way again of Alex eating some tomatoes without knowing that he's eating tomatoes. Stir it all together, and then I'll add the spices. Now I added about half a packet, and that was a little bit too hot, so probably just add a quarter of the packet. Alex really loves Mexican style rice, so here I've added the water, and then what I'm going to let it do is boil for a good 5 minutes, and then I will turn it off and leave it to cook. And put the lid on. Don't forget to put the lid on the rice once the cooker is turned off. And while that is coming to a boil, I dice my chicken. I like it in strips instead of cubes. Though it doesn't really matter, it's just I prefer it. It's easier. Can you see Alex in the background? He's hungry, he can smell the rice, and he's coming to ask, when is dinner ready? Yeah, so as I was saying, I prefer strips. I find it easier to wrap. This is the point, once the chicken is cooked, that I love adding vegetables like red kidney beans or sweet corn or mushrooms, and that bulks up the meal a lot as well. But like I said in the beginning, I didn't have any, so I stuck with the chicken. So I'm just going to try the rice and make sure that it's got enough salt in. And no, it doesn't. So I would say add salt to taste. I've got some oil in the pan and I'm just going to put in the chicken to fry. After about 5 to 7 minutes, the chicken is pretty much cooked on the outside and in because it's so thin. And then it's time to add our sauce. I add the lot because the chicken will have a lot of sauce. You won't need it for the topping, and you'll see what I mean a bit later on. And now I'm just going to add some cheese. Look at that bubbling away. I still can't control my cooker very well, so it's either really hot or not enough, even though I turn it down. But hey, so like I said, I took it off the top there because it was just boiling too hard. So I'm just going to add plenty of cheese. I don't actually, the instructions tell you how much cheese to add, but I just, whatever looks good. I'm just using cheddar, by the way. And again, just give it a quick stir, and it's ready. I'm looking at the instructions there, just making sure I didn't forget anything. Now, Alex doesn't actually like tortillas, so I'm just gonna heat up one in the oven, which I've already turned on as per instructions in the packet, because the enchiladas will go in. These are corn enchiladas, and to be honest, I prefer the flour ones. These break really, really easy, and yeah, I prefer the corn ones, but the wheat flour ones. So now my tortilla is completely warmed up, which will make it easier to fold, and I just put some of the mixture. As you can see, it's quite runny, and I like that. I prefer it with a bit of sauce. Then I just fold it in half, and I just take a little bit of the sauce from the enchiladas and put it on top, and that will help keep the tortilla folded. And then I just add a bit more cheese, and it goes in the oven just to melt the cheese. Now, usually I like leaving it until it's nice and crisp on top, but as you will see, I couldn't be bothered. I was so hungry, I just wanted to eat. I'm going to serve up some rice to Alex so he can start cooling down a bit. There you go. It was so delicious. Look at it. Really, really nice. And then what I do as well is I take some of the chicken, Try and make sure there's not loads of cheese on it, because Alex doesn't like cheese. And then just cut it into chunks for him. So there's Alex's plate, ready. Now I'm just going to dish up my own. It's quite nice as well to serve it with a salad. I didn't, but it is quite nice with a salad on the side. Don't forget a big dollop of sour cream as well, and it's so delicious. And it freezes really well as well, so you can freeze the rest if you want, or actually make the tortillas up with some of the rice inside as well. So nice. And that is pretty much it, guys. I'll let you see the rest of this video, but don't worry, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.